Hi, I'm Anita of My Duke and I podcast, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a marvelous day. And if you're seeing this show for the very first time and you like the show, please subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so when an episode comes out, you'll be the first to know. Okay, guys, so I had promised that I was going to do a live stream every day for this summer. And unfortunately, my system that I have has failed me. But I have not given up. I'm going to change my internet provider, and hopefully that is going to help. So be on the lookout for those live streams because I have so much fun with you guys. I just love to be in the Sussex squad, in that fandom, with all of us, with the same mindset and same goals in terms of the Sussexes and so on. So that I wanted to accomplish, but as I said, it's not over until the fat lady sings. So it's going to be done, just that it's not been done now. But anyways, I'm just going to continue doing my video tips as my son tape-ins, as my son told me to do. My little baby boy said to me, Mom, why don't you just go back to what you know? So I'm just going to continue doing my videos. Okay, so let's just start off with Meghan sighting the other day at this farmer's market, and she had her little beautiful little dog, and she looked so beautiful and relaxed, and I just love it for her that she's able to come, be a normal person, come out, do her shopping, buy her flowers like she used to do before she got married to Harry and moved to the United Kingdom. So it was just nice to see that she was able to come out and live her life literally. And you had the dog police in England. You had the protocol police. I don't know how many of you guys remember when we were talking about the protocol police. Everything Meghan did back in the day, if she crossed her leg, the protocol police came out. If she sneezed, if she breathed, the protocol police came out. So everything that Meghan just couldn't do anything right, she would be chastised for it. So here she is, and the protocol police, they're coming out again, and now they're saying where and when she can carry her dog to different places. So but we're not bothered with these people because, as I said, Meghan cannot breathe. If she breathes, it's a problem. If she exists, it's a problem. It's just incredible how one person can stir up so much hate and anger in so many people. I just don't get it. And what it tells me is that something is wrong innately with these individuals. It's either they're in unhappy marriages, why they want Meghan's marriage to fail, or they don't see themselves as beautiful and they're jealous of another woman that is beautiful, or they're just plain old miserable. And you know what, let me think about it. I think it's all of the above. And it's just sad to see that one person can stir up so much hate by so many people. And let me just talk about Meghan's, how she, presented herself out there, classy as usual, always taking the high road, in whatever the situation is. And, they described her style, which I say she's iconic. And I don't care what anybody says about Meghan's, her choice of clothing. I just think the way that she puts things together, it speaks to quiet luxury. That is the when people are, they're not flashy and showy. They just, their clothes, you could see it is quality, and the way that they have it organized, it looks luxurious. And that is how I'm describing her style, as quiet luxury, just beautiful, and she knows how to put things together. Yes, so definitely, and I just love the idea that she was just walking, going about her business, unbothered, living her life, taking a break from the babies. We all need a little break here and there and stuff like that, to find ourselves and to have moments to reflect by ourselves. So that was nice to see for sure. And clearly, as I said, don't worry about the Sussexes. They are living their life and they're living it good. And when they go to bed, they're sleeping well. While all these people over there in the UK that don't have two pennies to rub together is hating on. And some parts of the United States, those right-wing people like Chris Christie and that other crazy in Florida there, DeSantis, talking about Meghan, and Harry in the way that they have spoken about them. The other day, I think it was Piers Morgan that asked Chris Christie a question about Harry, and he had to relate an experience that he had with Harry. Here you are, you want to run for president, you want to be on the world stage, and instead of you talk about the things that matters to the American public, the things that's going to change their lives, here you are discussing Harry. How low can you go and talk about a present that Harry gave you umpteen years ago, many years ago? You're still reflecting on that. It says a lot about your character and how unfit you are as a future president. You are unfit, Christy, if you are rehashing a gift that somebody gave you and talking about how it went down. You are unfit because as a president, you are going to meet so many people all over the world, and for you to be taking note and to be telling, and for you to be telling and to be relaying your experiences, nobody's going to want to to be around you. Nobody is going to want to discuss things with you. You are downright untrustworthy. It says a lot about you, and it says a lot about the type of person that we don't want as our president. Thank you. Goodbye, loser. Okay? Thank you. Now, Kinsley Schofield, I don't know what is wrong with that girl, but she's certainly obsessed with Meghan. And I think her obsession is that Harry got away. Like she had a chance. All of these women going over there, putting on hats, acting like some English woman, all of them that is bashing on Meghan like this, apart from making money, because Meghan is their meal ticket. Let's just be honest about it. Meghan is their meal ticket, right? So, and I think for Kingsley, it's more than her meal ticket. The woman is obsessed. I think she goes to bed fantasizing about Harry on a daily basis. There, I said it. There, I said it. And she might even have a blow-up doll of Harry. The woman is too obsessed with Meghan's husband and Meghan. Okay? Sorry, Kingsley. You weren't blessed enough to have the type of life that Meghan has. And it is unfortunate that nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. The regular Joe Blow doesn't want you. And the prince certainly doesn't want you. And that is the reason why you are so hateful. Talking about how Diana would have chosen Chelsea Davy instead of Meghan. How do you know what Diana would have chosen? How do you know how things would have unfolded? How? Now people are speaking for dead people. It makes no sense. You see the lunacy that I have to read and look at on a daily basis? And all of those things are just disturbing. Let me just drink some of this because all of these things are disturbing, that a woman can obsess about another woman like that and talk about her like she's so envious and jealous of her position. I mean, When you listen to Kingsley, the woman is, I mean, I don't understand. Well, yeah, she's speaking in very simple terms. Yes, I understand what she's saying. She speaks in very simple terms because she doesn't look highly intelligent. Kingsley does not come off as a woman with substance and intelligence. That's what she knows her story. Yes, she knows her story. She definitely reads the tabloids, but she's not substantive. She has no substance in her. Okay, and she's a jealous woman. Wish that she was Meghan. Wish that she had, married to somebody in the royal family. And unfortunately, Kingsley, you don't have what it takes. I'm sorry. Okay, so you're going to continue. I don't want to say the word, but she's going to continue carrying on about Harry and Meghan. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan is living a good life. Okay, so somebody did come to Meghan's defense when she said, oh, Diana would have chosen Chelsea over Meghan. Somebody said, well, they prefer Meghan because Meghan loved Harry enough to make a sacrifice for him, whereas Chelsea didn't love Harry enough to make the sacrifice. She bolted out of there. She got out of there. She said this life is not for her. Okay, she didn't want to go through the struggle. She just wanted to make, the part that most people want to participate in is living in the palace, getting, all the luxurious life that they can, and they don't want to put in the hard work, and they don't want to take the cons that go with the the position. So she wanted all the pros and none of the cons. Here Meghan said, I'll take the pros and I'll take the cons that come with it. I'll make a sacrifice for you, Harry. So that is what that person on the internet was defending, and that was good. Hooray to the person that said it. Okay, now today is and I'll get to Dan Wootton because there's a lot to say. So today is Camilla's 76th birthday. I did wish her a happy birthday as the Queen of Links, because this woman, she just doesn't get it. She is like a Sith, and all the things that are coming out there from the palace is coming out from her camp and William's camp, William and Kate's camp. And they are, I don't know, they are poking everybody and pushing everybody to go out there in the United Kingdom, those royal reporters, and dump on Harry and Meghan. And the trade-offs that they're doing, it's incredible, and it is so obvious, that they are, trading off something. I think it could be more access. It could be a little bit of story here and there so that they can be negative. Their reporting can be more negative and even, more intense on the Sussexes. It's very clear. So today she turned 76. And I'm telling you, living in a castle, in a palace, have everything at your beck and call. The woman, I don't know. She really looks terrible, and she needs help. She needs help in every kind of way, emotionally, psychologically, physically. She needs all kinds of help you can think about. The help that she's getting over there, I don't think it's the right help. Okay? Ugh. Could you believe Charles traded Diana for that woman? No class, gutter. And here you had Diana, classy and beautiful, and Charles traded. It speaks volume about the person Charles is. Anyway, look at how he abandoned his children. That tells me everything I need to know. Okay? Now, one of the things that I saw on ET Canada, and I don't know how I missed that, because, a lot of the times out there, people are talking, and sometimes about Harry and Meghan, and sometimes I just don't want to hear it. I just tune it off. I don't want to hear it. But Itzy Canada had a report, and they were talking about what Andy Cohen said. Andy Cohen said when he was interviewed by Meghan, when he was on her podcast, he knows that Meghan spoke to him one-on-one. Meghan interviewed him. And, they were saying the reason, why Spotify, and Meghan went their separate ways is because there wasn't enough content produced. And one of the things that people were jumping on out there is saying that Meghan wasn't really doing her interviews. So Andy Cohen said, no way. He was interviewed by Meghan. He spoke to Meghan, and she was brilliant. She was articulate. She was well prepared. She understood the assignment. Okay, so thank you, Andy, for coming to Meghan's defense. We don't hear about those things. These things are swept under the rug because all they want to portray out there is everything that is negative. They want to make the Sussexes look bad, one, and they want to bring them down. They want to bring them down. They want to put, I noticed the rhetoric out there. The rhetoric out there is to say so many things about the Sussexes, about their marriage, about their career, about their prospects, about everything about them, so that the public starts believing. And I certainly cannot sit down and just watch it and not say anything. I have to be able to fight against it. And this is the reason why I started this show for a long time ago, fighting against the very thing that I saw was taking place. It was coming on bit by bit by bit. And now you want to imagine it as drips in a pipe. And now the pipe, you cannot even self-close it. It's just out there. And that is happening. It's just a barrage of negative press and just negativity and saying all these erroneous things out there, all this disinformation, so that people can start to believe in it. And once they start believing it, then they have a different view of the Sussexes. And that is the strategy. Make no mistake about it. That is the strategy. No, but as I said, every dog has his day, and they may try and they may do whatever they want to do, but I'm telling you, God is in control. He's always in control. And he says, those that wait upon me, I shall renew your faith. And look at what is happening. Meghan and Harry, they've been enduring. Look at what is happening with all the allegations right now against Dan Wootton. We don't know if it's true or false. They're allegations. Let me just preface it that they are allegations. But nevertheless, once people start talking to you like this, or talking about you like this, it is like something you see that you cannot unsee. Word is out there that a lot of people, as I saw on Twitter, believes it and is supporting these two individuals that have these most perverted allegations made about Dan Wootton. Okay, one of the people are these two guys, Alex and Kev. One of them, let's just start off with Alex. Alex alleged that Dan Wootton stalked him, conducted espionage on him. When I say espionage, spied on him by going into his email account without his knowledge. The very thing that they were doing to Harry out there. So it seems like that is a trait out there in the United Kingdom by reporters. But that's what he claimed, and he claimed, okay, he's alleging that while he was cat sitting for Dan Wootton who's from Australia, who had to go back to Australia. He is alleging that he found a flash drive that contained two individuals having intercourse, and it appears that the two individuals that is having this intercourse, they are unaware that they're being videotaped. So which means that somebody was videotaping them without their consent. That is illegal. And then next in the recording had a transcript. So what Alex is saying here, it appears that what he was saying in the transcript was blackmail. He's alleging that there was blackmail going on, where people in private moments were being videotaped, and then that videotape, it appears, was being presented to those individuals that were being videotaped, and that was being used as leverage against them to get what they wanted from those individuals. Let me tell you something in life. When you see people in certain positions, never be envious of them, because we do not know how they got there. They could have gotten there through bribery. They could have gotten there through extortion. They could have gotten there through lying their way. We don't know. So we just have to appreciate whatever we have, especially when we know we've worked hard for it. Because in this world out there, it's a cutthroat world, and a lot of people are doing a lot of evil things out there to get where they want to get in life. So we don't know if all of this is true. Let me just emphasize this again. We don't know if all of this is true, but this is what Alex is claiming. And another thing that he said, it appears that, or he sort of put two and two together, and it appears that the name that was found on that transcript, that alias that was found, that AKA that was found on that transcript, was allegedly Dan Wootton, and he was using the alias something Brannon. That's some fancy name. Something Brannon. I can't remember the first name. I should have written that down. But the last name was, I think it was Martin Brannon or something like this. But that name was being used as an alias, allegedly, by Dan Wootton. This is some crazy stuff. And it's just so much. And I am hoping that at 4 o'clock today, Dan Wootton is going to be on, and he is returning from a break that he had taken from his television program. And I know in any situation like that, whether it's true or whether it's false, I know there has been a lot of conversation, whether it's through their attorneys, PR people, people around you, people, whoever it is that supports your career or that is in your life, that is, ensuring that you look a particular way in the public. I know all of these people were all huddled together or on phone calls discussing how they were going to approach this. So let us see if Dan Wootton is going to come on and address the allegation in two ways. He could approach it. He could either approach it. We're never going to. I don't know. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see if he's going to refute it. Let us see if he's going to call this man an outright liar, or he's going to ignore it. But ignoring it is not going to make it go away. And the other person they're claiming that is claiming, you know, and this one is even more explosive, I think, is Kev. He wrote this long transcript on Twitter, and he is alleging that he was raped by Dan Wootton. That's his allegation. He's saying that he was raped, and that is very serious. That there can cost you life imprisonment, jail time. So both of these people are claiming that they made reports to the police, and these reports, nothing happened. They were ignored, and let's see where this goes. Let's see what Dan Wootton is going to say. And the story is going to continue to unfold, because what these people are saying, they're no longer going to be quiet. So either they come out and show their receipts. Now the Met Police, they have to respond, because they're saying, these two gentlemen are saying they did report the incident and nothing, no actions were taken about their, their reports. So the Met Police has to come out and say whether or not those reports were filed. Okay? So we're waiting for the Met Police. We're waiting to hear what Dan Wootton has to say, because those are serious allegations, and people have to clear their names. You cannot sweep this under the rug, because once it's out there, it's out there. It's like seeing something that you cannot unsee. Okay? So let's stay tuned. Let's see what unfolds, And in another situation again with Dan Wootton, he was defended himself the other day because Caroline Flack's former fiance claimed that, or he's always been claiming that he believes that Dan Wootton had something to do with Caroline's death. Caroline committed suicide. She was also Harry's ex-girlfriend as well, and Harry has said that publicly. And one of the things that Harry was fighting for in terms of his trial that he recently had in the UK is that those types of things never happen to other people. People don't have to be inundated or to be harassed by the press so much to the point where they take their life. Okay, so that is what happened to Caroline Flack. So her former fiance believed that Dan Wootton had some indirect role in she taking her life. So I think one of the things that was happening is that Dan Wootton thought that this man, Caroline Flack's former fiance, was harassing him, and so the judge sentenced him to 4 months in jail for harassing Dan Wootton. Obviously Dan Wootton came out on the winning side of that situation, and he was sentenced to 4 months in jail. The judge really gave him a tongue lashing by telling him that all he's looking for is notoriety, or he just looking for fame, and that's the reason why he's doing that. The judge also gave him a 10-year what do you call that again? I think it's some I forgot how you call this thing where you cannot come close to somebody. You have to be a certain distance from somebody. I think, yes, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but yes, he's supposed to stay away from Dan Wootton for 10 years and, not post things on the internet about Dan Wootton. And yes, so that is for 10 years. I've never heard, um, you know, yes, it's called an order of protection, but I've never heard of an order of protection being this long, 10 years. So he really has to stay away from Dan Wootton as ordered by the judge. So there's just a lot going on. But as I said, people have to be mindful of the things that they say and how they go about attacking others, because they never know when their day is going to come, and how the public might not have any sympathy for you because of the trail that you have left behind, because of what you have done as a person. So my message to anybody out there is just to be kind to others. Be kind to others. Treat people how you would want to be treated. Just be kind to people and treat others like how you would want to be treated. Because the idea here is, whether you're innocent or guilty, people are not going to come to your defense, because all they can remember about you is a nasty person. So if you're not kind to people, people are not going to want to come to your defense. They're going to say you're deserving of it because of how you've treated others. So as I said, let me just leave it this way. All of what Alex and Kev has claimed on the internet are all allegations, and we will be waiting for Dan Wootton's response. And I think he's probably going to look at it. I'm going to predict that he's going to approach it in two ways. Probably not going to respond, or the next thing that he's going to do is refute, is to say that this is a lie, it never happened, what have you, and defend himself. So those are the two ways that this is going to go down. Okay, so guys, it was nice, catching up again with you guys. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you guys next time on the next show, on the next episode. Okay, bye and take care. Have a wonderful day. And guys, those of you who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. I appreciate it. The channel has grown in leaps and bounds, and I am truly appreciative. Thank you for being here. Bye.